They will not come if you take this incentive away. They just won't. But that's not in the math. Because what they're not figuring in this math that the critics do is the opportunity cost loss. Here's another thing they're not figuring in this math. If they cut this bill, if they cap this bill, we look like fools on a national level. Nobody will come to Michigan and do business, not just in the film industry. They won't come and do it with other industries. Because what will they see? They'll see a legislature that says one thing 1 year, and a year and a half later decides, no, forget that, we're taking it away. So even if you invite them in with something, there'll be a sense of distrust. We can't trust that state. So any legislators who can hear me who think, well, let's just trim it by 10%, and we'll get, 80% of the business we had before. No, you won't. You'll get 0. And you know why? Because they'll look at a state and say, last year it was 40, now it's 30, next year it'll probably be 20. We don't want to go there. And it's not just the movie business. It'll be the battery business. It'll be all these other things that they think they're bringing in. If we get a reputation as a state that comes up with legislation and then strips it away the minute the budget starts to go south, nobody will come do business here. Where is that in the map? The last thing that's not measured in this, having to do with television and film, is something that's very subtle. The image of a state, the image of a place for tourism and for a place to visit is often shaped by movies and television, more than anybody even realizes. Think about the state of Montana. Most people have never been to the state of Montana, and yet they have some vision of it in their head. Why? A river runs through it. It was a poem to the state of Montana. It shot it beautifully. I once went fly fishing there, and I got in a boat, and the guy said, let me guess, you saw a river runs through. That's why you're here. Somewhere in time, the film shot up in Mackinac Island. They're still living off the people who come up there just to see it because it was in a movie 20 years ago. The city of San Francisco. I doubt a large percentage of you have been to San Francisco, but you think you know it. Why? Because they shoot so many movies there, and it's shot so beautifully. Well, we have a beautiful state here that, for whatever reason, and for the history of the auto business, has basically been labeled with a single stamp. They make cars. As if that's all we have to do here. And that's if we all have to offer here. They make cars. And they have urban issues. Well, there's a lot more to the state of Michigan than making cars and urban issues. And one of the ways that a state recreates its image is the way that it presents itself to the rest of the world. And like it or not, we're in a world that watches movies and watches TV shows. You've seen the TV show Hung on HBO? Regardless of what the racy theme of the show, the 60-second open that they have on that is the most that I've ever seen in decades of living in Michigan on television. The guy walks through downtown Detroit, past the Fisk, he walks along a lakefront, he jumps in one of our lakes, it's a beautiful look. It's Michigan. People watch that and they go, where is that? That's Michigan? I didn't know Michigan looked like that. This can help us create an image of our state that could bring in tourism and people coming that is not showing up in the math. No one is figuring that in the math. But that's dollars and money, and it's state pride, too. It's about feeling that we have industries besides dying industries. Movies, television, digital gaming are growth industries. They're young people industries, and this state needs to feel positive about that we've got businesses that are growing, not just that we've got businesses that are old and dying. We can't just take pride in being called Rust Belt, because rust is decay. Rust is dying. Rust is age. I'm proud of the Rust Belt part of who we are and the manufacturing, but we need more than rust. We need something that shines, too. This business shines. This 40% shines. If you cut it, you kill it. If you cap it, you kill it. I urge all of you to contact your legislators, whoever is right within earshot here, and say, don't touch this incentive. Let it grow like the tree that it is, and you'll be glad that you did. Thank you for listening to me.
Mitch Albom, ladies and gentlemen. I want to say that We had a number of speakers that were not able to make it today. We had a lot of cancellations. I know few people pulled in more directions than Mitch, and so it's an honor and a privilege that he came here for us today and what he did to bring the incentive package to Michigan. One more time, Mitch Albom. Again, I want to thank the West Michigan Film Video Alliance for showing their support and spreading the word about this event. I want to thank the lovely state of Michigan for keeping me here for another year and a half, and let's keep more years of the production going.
Woo!
I want to thank
City Animation and the video professionals for the wonderful audio.
City Animation
and video professionals.
And video professionals for the equipment we have here today. Everyone that showed up, I do appreciate it. Grab your copy of Michigan Movie Magazine. Get your copy over here for $5 and go to michiganmoviemagazine.biz. And once again, ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank everyone for showing their support here today. And the man who was very instrumental in making it all possible, from the Michigan Production Alliance, Mark Adler.